Yeah. Come on, let me do it. Yes. Gotcha.
Welcome everybody, and you join me here just as I've pulled into the car park at Crystal Peaks. Obviously you saw my kids at the start playing some Virtua Fighter 3 TB on the Dreamcast. We'll get back to that a little bit later on in the video, but right now I'm going to pop into Crystal Peaks and trade in this little beauty, if I can grab it off the seat. Shinobi, Revenge of Shinobi. Now, I'm in a bit of a dilemma at the minute, if I'm honest, because I've recently picked up Mega Games 2, and on there you've got Revenge of Shinobi as well as Golden Axe and Streets of Rage 1. And so I picked that up because all three of them games absolutely brilliant. I didn't have Golden Axe or Streets of Rage 1. I knew I'd got Revenge of Shinobi, but I thought, well, for the price I picked up that Mega Games 2 pack, it was a no-brainer to get the other two games. And I thought, well, I can just get rid of Revenge of Shinobi. But now I've come to actually do that, and I'm looking at this thing, and I've got the actual CIB actual game. It's made me realise the connection to it. And it might sound a bit daft, but it just transports me back. I didn't have the Mega Games 2 pack when I was a kid. I had this actual game. And it's just made me sort of realise that when I do look at it and hold the box, look at the artwork, I do have that sort of nostalgic, sentimental link to it. And now I'm sort of in a dilemma. Do I trade it in? But then I thought, no, that's daft. I can't be keeping games that I have double copies of. That's not what this channel's about. I'm not collecting loads of versions of things. It's mainly about the gaming. It's not about a massive collection. I don't have the space for a massive collection anyway. But it has. I just thought I'd mention it. It's really shocked me how much it's sort of pulled at the heartstrings a little bit, planning now to go into Crystal Peaks and trade it in. But I've made the decision. I'm definitely going to do it. So I'm going to go and trade it, see what I can get for a CEX voucher, and then we'll see how many games I can pick up as a result of trading it in. Right, job done, back in the car, bag full of games. I'll show you these later on. I didn't film inside CEX because lots of YouTubers do that. I think everybody knows what's inside CEX, but let me know in the comments if you think did right or wrong there. But I thought I'd just get job done, get back in the car and head back to the Retro 180 in a bit. But before I do, I'm gonna have to pop off into B&M. I'm gonna pop into there and see if I can find some shelving on the cheap, because it's getting a bit tight for space now for the games in the Retro 180. So as you can see, back from a successful trip to B&M. Just got to build it now. DIY is not my strong point, but I'll get around to that in a bit. It wasn't 38 quid, thankfully. It was on offer, so I've not paid that. But I've now got to get that in place and shift this out, this mess on here. I've not been happy with that for a little while. And get this part of the room, part of the Retro 180 with a bit more space. I think I'm going to move the bottom one. Actually no, I keep changing my mind. I think I'm going to leave the bottom one, put the new one on top of it, and then the one that's on top at the minute, put that down here and shift out that old table there that's been temporary for far too long. While I do that, you can come back and see that all done in a bit. I won't bore you. You don't have to watch me doing that. While I do that, as I promised earlier in the video, we'll go back to Virtua Fighter 3. So you guys can go and have a look at that. Once you come back, this will be in place, and then I'll show you what I picked up from CEX earlier on.
Released in 1999 for the Sega Dreamcast, Virtua Fighter 3 TB brought Sega's premier 3D fighting series into the home with impressive results. A port of the arcade hit Virtua Fighter 3, this version added a new team battle mode while showcasing the Dreamcast's graphical power early in its life. The gameplay stays true to the series' deep technical roots, prioritising timing, spacing and real martial arts styles. Each fighter feels distinct, with smooth animations and a high skill ceiling. The addition of uneven terrain in some stages adds a unique strategic layer, though it can feel awkward at times. Graphically, the game was a stunner for its day, with detailed character models and fluid movement, though it lacked the polish of the later Virtua Fighter 4. While the Dreamcast port doesn't quite match the arcade's original frame rate or control responsiveness, VF3TB remains a solid and somewhat underrated entry. It's a must-play for fans of old-school 3D fighters and Dreamcast collectors alike.
So how did we find that then, kids?
I enjoyed it. Fun, very fun.
Very good.
Good fun? Yeah?
Yes,
So,
it was very
Like-
good.
Yeah, like not just fun, but very, very, very fun.
very fun. I suppose as Virtua kids, it's a good job you like Virtua Fighter 3, isn't it?
But we still
Yeah.
have to, don't we?
Yeah.
It made sense.
Needs to be in the blood. So what was it that you liked most about it, Liam?
I liked how you could like block and still come out like after with a kick, and then they wouldn't know that you were actually going to come and kick them.
Okay, so the more tactical side of it, being able to block and maybe sidestep before you attack.
Yeah.
It is a good dynamic in the Virtua Fighter games, that, isn't it? So you like that bit?
Yeah.
Excellent. And what was your favourite bit, Paige?
Well, to be honest, I just like beating Liam.
You just like beating him up.
Yeah, I also like pressing lots of buttons.
Mashing the buttons.
Yeah.
Have you managed to work out some of the moves now after you've had a few goes?
Yeah.
Have you got a few of the combos?
If you press both of them at the same time, it sort of does like a jump, and I think it's Jackie maybe just.
I don't
Yeah.
know how to jump, I still don't know how to jump.
Which is your favourite character, Liam? You got a favourite?
Jackie probably.
Jackie's the favourite. Yeah, Jackie's one of mine, to be honest.
Yes.
Between Jackie and Sarah, I like on Virtua
Yeah,
Fighter.
it's just because I beat Sarah, Paige's character, to win,
Yeah.
and then I beat Pay. She's very
Pie,
nice.
yeah.
Pie.
Yeah, which is the first three letters of Paige's name.
Yeah. Pie.
So,
Sounds like the pie you eat.
who's your favourite then, Paige?
Pie.
It is Pie. So, well, I suppose,
Definitely not the pie you eat.
it'd have to be again, wouldn't it, if she's got three letters out of the five in your first name.
To be honest, I think it's just my lucky character because it's like I almost win every game using pie.
Apart from that final, I beat you.
Who won
Well, we
the
don't
most
need to
overall
talk
that
about
last
that.
track?
So basically, I won 5 and Paige won 4. So
Oh, it's pretty close
Well,
then,
we
pretty
do not
close.
need to talk about it.
So, the big important bit. So, out of 10, what we're going to give it?
9.5.
You both agreeing on a 9.5?
Maybe a
No,
bit lower, like I don't know.
Nine.
No. It's something like I don't know, 8.7.
8.7. Oh, so you think more 9, 9.5 to 8.7. So if we're taking an average of that, so we're more at 9.1, aren't we?
9.1.
So average between the two are 9.1. All right, well, so 91%. Shall we leave it on that one?
Yeah.
Right. Say goodbye to everybody.
Bye bye.
So now, as promised, it's time to show you the finished article with the new storage in space. Put in its place, and I'm quite happy with it. Pretty happy with how this has panned out now. Managed to get some extra storage space. Empty at the minute, so that looks a bit bland obviously, but in future it's prime real estate for some more games to go in. I've put the PS3 stuff back on here, but they're in the new unit, but they're still in place. So this is the PS3 column still, and what I've done, I've moved the old unit that they were in down here and made that sort of the Sega unit for now, the Mega Drive and Saturn. I've got the Xbox stuff along here with loads of space. Just a little bit of display stuff from the Switch, a little bit of display stuff, a few PS1 games. And then, as you'll notice over here, this was a recent steal. I absolutely love this thing, and I'm going to probably do a little video on this shortly at some point in the future, so watch out for that. But an absolute bargain off of Facebook Marketplace. Sometimes Facebook Marketplace can pan out for the best, and this certainly was a good example of that. Also added recently, this little beauty, the PS5. There's probably going to be another video coming shortly about that soon as well. And then because this was looking a bit bland down this side, bare wall, I thought, right, well, I can get my boxes back out, display these. Mega Drive one's not in the greatest of shape, to be honest, but it's still a blast from the past, that artwork. And then the Xbox, original Xbox underneath. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this has panned out. And I think about what this room was like just 6-7 months ago. We haven't got loads of space, but we're maximizing the space we've got. And yeah, I am happy with that. Let me know in the comments, folks, what you think, because I am very impressed with how that's looking now. And I've got lots of prime real estate to put more games in future months. Still can't go too bonkers in here. It's not a massive space, still the Retro 180, but we're making good use of what we've got, and I like that. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. And as I promised before, we'll head over now and I'll get the CEX bag and we'll have a chat about what I picked up earlier. Right then, let's take a look at what's in here. So as you saw earlier on, I decided to trade in for a voucher at CEX my copy of Revenge of Shinobi. As you also saw, I got £16 for it. Now, some of you might be thinking, oh, you could have probably sold that for more. It was complete in box, and if you look on eBay, as I have done, it's going for a little bit more. I mean, some people are asking ridiculous amounts for it, in my opinion, but I could have probably held out and sold it on there for, say, 25 quid maybe, got like 8-9 quid more. But if I'm honest, I'm trying to sell stuff on eBay. It's been a bit of a drawn out pain lately. For me, I don't know whether you guys are experiencing the same, but eBay selling stuff's not as straightforward for me as it used to be. Buying stuff's all right, but actually selling stuff's not gone to plan. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna get rid of that hassle, not worry about postage and all that stuff, and I'll just crack on with doing it with the voucher at CEX. I'll accept the 16 quid, have a look round and see what I can get. Now I think I've done all right. I picked up 6 games, and I've never actually owned any of them. I owned the first one of them, and I'll explain which one that is when I come to it. But I've managed to pick up 5 PS3 games and an OG Xbox game. And I'm pretty certain the OG Xbox game, which I'll look at first, I'm pretty certain that is a great game. I didn't have it, but from what I've heard before, it is a good game to have for the original Xbox. So again, let me know in the comments what you think of these games. Let me know if you think I've done the right thing. But I'll go through them now. We can pick out, and you can pick out, sorry, and let me know in the comments which one maybe, I'd like to know which one you think is the best one of the lot and that I should probably start to play first. What should I put in the disc drive first? So the first one we'll look at is Crimson Skies for the OG Xbox, and I got that for 6 quid. It's complete, so CIB, it's in decent nick, so the manual is in really good condition, disc's in good condition. So yeah, I've not played this before, and like I said, I'm almost certain this is a really good game to pick up for the Xbox. So I'm looking forward to playing that and finding out for myself whether that's the case. And then we just got a batch of 5 PS3 games, so the PS3 collection is going to get a chunk bigger again. And the first one, Call of Juarez, I think, I'm not sure I pronounced that right. Bound in Blood. Never played one of the Call of Juarez, I can't even say it. You tell me how you pronounce it. I've never played one of these before. I'm guessing it's in similar vein to Red Dead, but and it's CIB. But yeah, never played it before. So again, looking forward to playing that. Yeah, I just saw it. I thought £1.50. Can't go wrong, I don't think, with that. So pick that one up. And then the third one. Now this is the one where I have played the first one. I did own the first one of this, but it's Dead Rising 2. Bit of zombie smashing and bashing and killing. So yeah, for £1.50, again, complete in box. I thought this is going to be a bit of mindless fun. Knowing from the first one that I had, if this is anything like that, which I'm assuming it will be, then I'm going to have fun with this. This is one of them where, if I remember the first one rightly, you know, if you don't feel like putting too much thought into something, you just you fancy having a bit of a good button bash and plow through some zombies, then this is going to be it, and just chill out for a bit. So yeah, that's why I picked that one up. And then this one, Mafia 2, and again, to date, I've never played a Mafia game, so I don't know why, because I'm sure this will be my cup of tea. I'm pretty certain it will be my cup of tea. I love the GTA games and all that sort of thing, so I think this will be a great game to have. So I picked up that for a mere £3. And again, if I remember right, they were all complete in box. I'll double check as we go through, but again, yeah, this is complete in box. I think there might be a poster. Yeah, it looks like there's a poster there, or a map, probably a map. And then the disc was in good nick. So, yeah, Mafia 2, add that to the PS3 collection. Another one that I'm looking forward to getting tucked into. And that was the thing, when I went round CEX, they've got the usual stuff, loads of FIFAs and all that, loads of Call of Duties. But these stood out. Sometimes that doesn't happen for me. I go in and I think, oh yeah, it's all much of a muchness, or there's one or two things. But I'd got that £16 voucher, and it popped. I spent it just one after the other with ease. I found, oh, I'll have that. And it just sort of fit into place. Now, being totally honest, I went 50 pence over. So I didn't quite stick to the £16 budget, but I think you can let me off for 50p. So, next one. Aliens Colonial Marines Limited Edition. £2.50, Sega game. So whenever I see that normally sparks my interest anyway. I love my Sega. So again, not played it, hoping it's going to be a decent bit of fun. Now, I have heard, or read I should say, as you do, or checked online, there's some comments about this, some reviews about this, where it's not that great allegedly. But then other people said it got a bit of a bad rap. It was actually a good bit of fun. So again, you guys, if you played this, let me know. But I'm going to give this a whirl through at some point, and I'm looking forward to finding out for myself if it's any good or not. And then last but not least, and I kind of feel a bit ashamed as a gamer to have said that, to say that I've never played one of these, but I've never played a Hitman. So I picked up Hitman Absolution, £2. Oh, by the way, I should have checked. I don't think I checked. I'll go back. Yeah, complete in box. So that's another one. But yeah, going back to the Hitman, I've never played one. I don't know how that's happened, but I have never played one of these games. And I think it will be, again, my cup of tea, sneaking around, you know, taking out baddies or, you know, completing your missions. I think that will be my type of game. So, yeah, £2, pick that up. Happy to check out the Hitman games for myself, see what this one's like. Have I picked up a good one? Because obviously there's variations of Hitman. Have I picked up a decent one? It's relatively cheap. So yeah, I don't know. I know generally about Hitman, but I don't know anything about this one in particular. So if there's anything you can let me know, again, put it down in the comments. But yeah, that was my pickups. I thought I'd done all right there. I'm pretty happy, or I'm very happy, I should say, with all of them. And I think getting rid of the original, the CIB copy of Revenge of Shinobi, to get them, I think I've done all right. But I would like your opinion on that. And I would also definitely like your opinions on which one of those do you think is the best one. Which would you get chucked into first, and which would you put the most amount of time in first? Because I'm going to try, each time I do a pickups video, if it's more than one, I'm going to try and sort of get invested in one of them for a while and do it that way. Because I've noticed I'm starting to get to the point, like a lot of people do. You pick up quite a few games, and before you know it, you've got a backlog, which I've said recently. I did a video on it. I do want a backlog, but I don't want a backlog that just grows and grows, and I never actually set aside time to play them. You know, I do want to be tucking into them and experiencing these games, not just creating a bigger and bigger backlog. So yeah, if you could let me know which one of those that I've picked up you think really stands out as the one I should go for first and put some playtime into. And that is almost it for today. So thanks for getting all the way to the end of the video. Thank you to all the subscribers who continue to support the channel. If you have got to all this way into the video and you've enjoyed our content, then obviously please do consider giving us a like and a subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. We're getting ever closer now. I think we're about 10 or 11 shy of 200 subscribers, and that would mean a lot to us. So if you can help us hit that marker in the coming days and weeks, we would really appreciate that. The channel's it's just over 6 months old, so we're quite happy with that. The channel's ticking along. So yeah, if you could help us out hitting that 200 mark, that would be great. Thank you. And as you see this, it will be June. I'm almost certain, yeah, by the time you see this video, it will be just into June. So we'll be 3 weeks-ish away from our next visit to Doncaster Gaming Market on the 21st. It's a Saturday this time, not a Sunday as well. So we're going to be popping along to that, me and the kids. Really excited to go again because we enjoyed it last time. And also, it's even better this time because my brother, their uncle, is thinking about popping along and joining us as well. So the four of us will be out hunting around the games and having a day out together. So that'll be good fun. Obviously, we'll post a video on that as and when we've done it. But yeah, that is pretty much it today. Don't forget to leave your comments for us. As I said, I'd really love to hear your feedback on those games I've picked up. I'd really love to hear your feedback on how the Retro 180 is looking. But yeah, that's it for now. Take care. Keep enjoying your gaming. Bye for now.